And when, we go to respond, react, if we just say, I don't need this shit in my life. I don't need to be upset right now. Why the fuck? What am I doing? That is letting go. You can call it forgiving the person for cutting you off if you need, but really you're just not going to burden yourself with that
Semantics.
block. Yeah. But why burden
It
yourself with that block?
Yeah, because really what happened is as you're riding down the road, there was an agitated energy that rose, and you decided to let it go.
Yeah.
Stop focusing on it.
Yep.
You know what I mean? We just don't know the extent uh, that we're able to do that.
And anybody listening, this is not something that I listened to a podcast and then it was over and I was good at it. This has taken me a long time. And I think my mission
Practice.
with the book and with this podcast is to help pass that along so that others can suffer a less than they would have. Some of you may be past the length of time I suffered, and so I can't say that you suffered in a shorter time frame than I did. But if I can help others understand that these things that we're talking about, and forgiveness is a huge one. When we're talking about trauma, forgiveness is a big one, especially just a big one, and so many different things. If you're listening right now and you think about traumatized people and some of the things that pop into your mind, a lot of times that is a person who is a victim of something. And
That's
y-
my experience.
yeah, relieved. The pressure is taken off. So, we release the pressure valve by forgiving. We let this shit go. We're letting some of the air out. So it's not so goddamn tight in here. And those feelings of tightness are suffocating. Again, they cause resentment. They'll feed the anger. They feed the fear. You don't want that shit to happen to you again. So now you're doing all these other things that we're dealing with episode by episode. And if you can just let it go, and forgiveness is just a way of saying it. Again, if Johnny spit in your eye, you don't have to say, I forgive Johnny for spitting in my eye. You just got to let that shit move forward. I did the right thing and walked away when Johnny spit in my eye. I learned maybe I need to stay away from people like Johnny because they could spit in my eye. Well, I appreciate the fact that I was able to learn that lesson and nobody really got hurt. Johnny didn't die that day. I didn't go to prison that day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It didn't go from spit in my eye to a bullet in my eye. So there's a lot to be grateful for there. And I've been able to work myself through a lot of things as a result of viewing it that way.